Hey everyone, Papercut here with a video explaining the use of Shinobi on land maps. So I'm an avid Japanese player, and with the changes to Shinobi, I've been trying to test them, see their use. I've had them used against me, I've used against other people. And generally, I would say the number one way to use Shinobi is when you're expecting a civ to go fast castle. If you think about it, civs that are the best against fast castle civs are ones that can make units instantly to pressure the gold, get a ram down, and attack. If you think about English, French, both of them can make units out of their initial landmark, which allows them to be aggressive instantly and shut down the fast castle. Fast castle civs rely on you taking time to get enough massed units there to stop their ram. Japan actually has a lot of advantages going Shinobi to shut down a fast castle. One, the forge acts as a blacksmith, so you can instantly upgrade siege engineering when you get age up. Two, the Shinobi, when you build the Coca Township, will instantly make a Shinobi, and you can just make them quickly. Shinobi do really good melee damage, and while they are weak against archers, you know they will have to make archers against them, so you can instantly follow up with horsemen. So civs that I think you could go Coca against, though you'd still want to scout and try to confirm that you think they're going fast castle. Since Japan is a fast castle civ themselves, a lot of civs will try to be aggressive towards you, but some will try to match your fast castle. So I think of Order of the Dragon, I think of HRE, I think of Japan, if you do a Japan mirror, I think of Ayubids as all classic fast castle civs. I need to test this more, but I think this could even work against a 2TC. That if you know a civ is going to instantly try to do a 2TC against you, Abbasid, who else potentially? You get the idea, I think. I think this could also be good against Malians initially, just to get the first ram down and attacking their pit mine. As once again, you follow up with horsemen and then your usual moves. And then if you add Shinobi into your unit mass, they're big damage dealers. You can cover them with things like samurai or Anas or horsemen. Then it's harder to pick them off with archers, and they just slay. They have really, really good melee damage. So that's my theory, my thought process behind using Shinobi. You want to use it as a quick attack method. And you're kind of banking on your winning the game in feudal, because the game goes long, the Shinobi kind of lose their usage unless you are really good at micro, because you could use them to do things like jump walls and stuff like that. But generally, if the game goes past feudal, you just see the Shinobi lose their effectiveness. So you're using this as kind of a feudal all-in. I have this game here where against another Japanese player, I went Shinobi. I want to explain the thought process behind it and see them in action. I'm not one to really create a crisp build order. I really pride myself on trying to do something and adjusting the moment. So I don't have a perfect do this build order, but just in general what you want to try to do with Shinobi. So let's hop in. So I'm going to do a very normal Japanese opening here. I'm not going to go for a Daimo upgrade because I want to actually age up pretty quickly. My goal is I'm scouting to confirm that the Japanese player is going to go fast castle. Even if he didn't go fast castle, if he decided to do feudal all in me as well, I feel like I have the early advantage than with Shinobi. My Shinobi will slap around samurai, will slap around Anas. At least I think Anas. I haven't really tested that as closely, but I felt like I could win the early game and then shut them down. So I felt like it was good for me in both instances. And if we both win Shinobi, then it would just be a Shinobi slapfest. So I go on the berries. I upgrade the first wheelbarrow upgrade, and then I send all my villagers out there onto berries. I send 3 to gold since I just spent gold getting that eco upgrade, and now I'm just rallying to food. So I have 6 on the berries, 3 on the gold, and now I'm just rallying to food to H up. I'm scouting, getting sheep. Gorge, I've recently started scouting close to me and out, because I notice if I dove with Gorge, you only want to dive on Gorge unless you're actually going to Dark Age attack, but too often I was diving on Gorge and my opponent was cutting back and in front of me, and I was losing out on a lot of sheep. So I see his gold on the side, great for me. He's going the same opening as me, so he's also went to sheep. He also went to berries. Now what he's doing differently is that he's actually going to age up much slower. He is doing a slower age up because his goal is to try to rush castle. So I scout. I see he has 8 on berries actually. I see there's no age up yet. His age up is very, very slow. He has not started it. And instantly I know if he's going to do this slow of an age up, it's going to be a fast castle. There's no way he would delay his age up and then go Coca, or delay his age up and then attack. And then he drops the tower, and the tower to me and how many villagers he pulls is a sign to me that he's going castle. He scouted my Coca Township, so he knows I'm going all in. That's why I think he pulled and instantly ran to gold. He wants to try to gather the gold he needs to age up. I'm okay with this. If I can cut off gold, even if he gets enough to age up, he won't be able to produce enough units to kill me, basically. And then my goal from there is to make sure he can't get to other golds. So as I'm attacking, I'm going to make sure that I'm sending units to each of the other golds nearby so he can't sneak out. Age up's happening. As the age up's happening, I just leave the 6 on berries because I need food to continuously make Shinobi and villagers, and I need the gold for siege engineering. So I'm leaving my 3 on gold, I'm leaving my 6 on berries. I age up with 4 on the coca, and then I'm just rallying to wood. After the age up, I'm gonna rally about 8 to wood so I can make the ram and then start to add production. Drop off my sheep, come back over the other side. Cocoa's done. Immediately I start sending Shinobi forward. I know he has these berries here, so I'll actually check the berries first, but at this point I have 8 on food. I take 2 off the age up and put into food, so I have 8 on food. I'm gonna rally up to 10 to wood actually. I immediately research siege engineering and we're gonna go for it. It's the goal is how fast can I drop the ram? I want to be instant dropping the ram as fast as possible. First Shinobi comes out, I'm just gonna send him to the berries. He finally ages up, and this is to me, yep, fast castle for sure. He has to leave the berries. Mission complete. I'm now scouting for where his other golds are. So I know there's a gold down here, and you can't see this here, but I already scouted there's a gold up here. So I have to keep him off this gold and this gold, and I'll be okay. My first Shinobi gets here, I'm immediately dropping the battering ram. Look how fast I'm dropping the battering ram at 540. Very, very quick. I am now just going to rally to food. Food from here on out. Food. And I'm pre-countering, so I know he's going to potentially make archers. So I'm going to drop a stable as soon as possible. All I need is 1 ram. So the next wood's going to go to a house and then a stable. Shinobi, horsemen are a very good combo. Finish. I then do the thing where I hop them into the ram. I'm going to use the ram to defend the push. Here's how this works. Keep in mind. If you put all of your units on a hotkey, which I put them on 1, and then put them in the ram, it allows you to then click the hotkey and then right click next to the ram and they will hop out. So I'm going to use the ram as a way to defend my Shinobi from archer attack. So he has full upgraded his outpost. He ignored the arrow slits and went for the full defensive upgrade. So it's going to take a minute to knock down. That's fine. So I start attacking. Every time I'm going to slow this down so you can see. Every time he runs up, I just hop my Shinobi out. Boop. And then they take swings at the villagers. And they do a lot of damage. Once again, each villager is taking 20 damage. Shinobi do 20 damage. And if he tries to heal, I run out. And then I hop back in. Not losing any Shinobi yet. He's struggling to keep this prepared. And during this whole time, keep in mind, he got the gold for age up, but he's not gathering any more gold. In fact, he has about 9 villagers that are currently not doing anything. Let me see. He has 5 villagers. He has 9 villagers that are not gathering, not doing anything. I know he's not on this gold. I'm guessing he's on the top one yet, but I will send something to check. I think I'm going to lose a Shinobi here. I then use the Shinobi sabotage power to do an instant 200 damage, and then he can't repair it. I should have done that earlier, honestly. I just forgot in the heat of the moment. Boom. And then this goes down. The entire time that was happening, I've gathered up a lot of wood. I'm going to drop a stable, and then I'm going to drop 2 barracks, because the stable's going to produce horsemen, and then of course he'll probably want to try to make spears or stuff like that. And I want to start adding samurai, which can tank a lot of arrow fire and also fight the spearmen. This entire time I've just been rallying to food without really thinking about it, because I just know I need a lot of food, and I just keep making Shinobi. Gold's down. I'm going to destroy the forge. Speed this back up again. I immediately send a horseman to the gold up there. He's going to be on, back and forth, and then this guy's covering the gold. And now my job is complete. He is stuck at 800 gold. He's not getting anything else. He could sell to buy gold, but he's in a really rough spot here. I know he's going to be trying to age up. I have a choice here. I could have rushed my age up at this point. But honestly, I was hoping that I could just win the game here by dropping a few more rams. So I'm going to bring my ram around, and I'm going to ram this house, because the next thing I want to do is can I just pop cap him by killing houses? I'm going to send a Shinobi to cover this gold. I'm dropping more Shinobi into the ram. And honestly, I could have dropped the second ram, but I felt like I wanted all my Shinobi to protecting 1 ram. And hopping in and out, I'm upgrading my samurai. I really should have got arrow defense at this point, but I was using every bit of gold to make Shinobi and to make units. So I just prioritized that, and ignored basically every other upgrade. Same thing. If you're playing this and you're attacking, feel free to immediately ram down houses to pop cap them. And honestly, I'm about to try to attack this floating gate. I should just ram down the archery range, because that was his only production. If I ram down the archery range, he immediately uses the ability to make units. and he has to build another one, which he would be able to, but it would just annoy him. Really, attacking this floating gate didn't really do anything. I should have just been ramming other stuff. One thing I did I should have done sooner is I moved the ram near where his villagers would be to actually build it. If I'd done that sooner, I think I could have completely shut down the floating gate. But instead, he's going to get it up, but he's going to lose a lot of villagers in the process. I will throw away all of my Shinobi, which you could ask, you could question if that's going to be worth it. But seeing how he's going full archery range, I felt like my Shinobi were going to lose their usefulness pretty quickly. So I was okay with throwing my Shinobi away here for some villager kills. So in the end, I'm at 34-10. He's at 27-2. So I'm at a villager lead. He also has just lost a lot of gathered resources because he's been fighting my Shinobi. He's been walking around. I slowed his age up. My villager's been gathering this entire time and his haven't. So that was the big thing for me. So that was an example of how to execute that. Now from here on out, what am I going to do? This is post, attack. Because a lot of times you could win the game just by shutting down the fast castle and then ramming down their base, or they might just quit. I've had people just quit doing that as well. But here's how I played it the rest of the way out. I know he's going to go pure archers. I know he doesn't even have the gold to upgrade his archers yet, much less, he does have the gold technically, but he might want to spend the gold on other things. He's going to go to the forge, and now he's going to get gold by just gathering a lot of stone. That's his best bet as Japan. Other civs wouldn't have that ability, but now I need to go to castle. So I pulled a bunch of villas and put them on gold. I'm going to pull all my villagers off wood and go to food. That's because I have 500 wood. I don't need any more wood. So I'm going to pull all my villagers off wood, put them on food, because now I'm going to rush castle myself. He wants to get to this gold really badly. I'm going to keep just attacking. 2 Yumi are not going to stop horsemen and samurai, and I kill more villagers there. He's now at 27. I think he lost 2 more villagers there during that. Or 1. But that's really bad for him. He once again is not gathering resources. He just spent his villager time fighting him and go out to more resources. I keep making units because I don't want him to get the gold. Idle time, my bad. They're going to get on barriers in a second. He's still just making Yumi, and these are feudal Yumi. And my goal here is just to delay. Keep him off gold. One thing I did do is that since he did hit castle, I know he wants gold, I put a unit on each relic, so he can't grab the relics. And he's just going to try to Yumi mass here. I was able to even get an Uma Baron out, and now I am aging up with Floating Gate. I'm going to rush the age up, and I know if I just get age up and start making knights and samurai, I just kind of win the game. I age up. I immediately drop my first Yoshiro into the stable, and now I'm just going to go grab the relics. I have 10 on wood because I want to keep adding production. I also need to add my first Shinto shrine, and since I'm not, since I went Koka, I don't have the free farms. I need to slowly add farms or my TC. 10 to 12 on gold is great. And one thing I'm also aware of is that raiding for him is going to be his way to get back in the game. He has Yumi, which are very fast, so he's going to want to try to maybe send some to raid my food. I catch him grabbing the relic there, so I'm going to start towering my gold. I'm going to try to wall up near my food as a way to prevent myself from getting villager losses, because his way to get back in the game is raiding me. When I saw his archers over here, I immediately dove the opposite side because I know he's not there. 2 more vill kills, and I'm out. I'm just rallying here. Important thing to think about, based on what my opponent's comp is, what should I get defensively? I'm going to immediately try to get wedge rivets, because if I get double the arrow defense, his Yumi will be really, really bad. I am then going to grab the relics. I'm going to upgrade my samurai, and I'm just going to start making samurai to match the, to be basically damage soak. I'm now grabbing the relics. I will get 3, and I think he will end up getting 2. One thing is frustrating. Why did my Shinobi not kill him? He did. Never mind. Oh, okay. So what happened was his first guy got him the relic this far, and then he grabbed it with a second. That's silly of me. But I'm just basically gathering my force here while I'm using my cavalry to move quickly. I'm trying to cut off relics. I know where his archers are now. And now it's just massing. I just don't want to throw my army away because I know that my eco's better. If you look at eco numbers, he's getting more food than me right now just because I'm moving to the berries right here, but I'm getting way more wood, way more gold than him. I know that since he has this big of a Yumi mass, I might as well just go ahead and get mangonels, because if I just get 1 or 2 mangonels, it just ruins his day. He's going to push my berries just as I knew he would. That's his only option here. And then I'm going to raid. What I missed, though, unfortunately, was that I take this fight here. My comp is just way better than his. I have knights, I have samurai, he only has Yumi. He's going to sneak a group of Yumi back here for this gold. So that's good for him. He's going to kill a lot of villagers that way. Once again, I'm just patient. I'm adding more production. I'm putting Yoroshiras in them. I'm just making units. He raids my gold. I'm just going to send my knights back. I'm going to keep rallying forward with my slower units and my mangonels. Make 2 mangonels. At this point, I know I just need to gather a force and push. That was a good comeback for him. He got a lot of vills, honestly. Those Yumi are really good raiders. So I'm at 53. He's at 49, so he actually got back close to the vill side. But you have to remember, this entire game, he's lost so much eco from having to move his villagers in the raids. I drop a second TC to compensate for that. Once the raid is cleaned up, I know I've killed a lot of units. It's time to push. I start adding Shinobi in, because why not? And now this is a pretty difficult army to beat. He needs another weakness for Japan is that their only crossbows are Onimusha, which are expensive and honestly aren't great until you really, really master them. I have way too much heavy, so I'm just going to dive in. His spearman can't fight my samurai. I push him back into his base. And then he just dropped this TC, so I'm just going to attack the TC and burn it down, forcing him to come up and defend it. The second he comes up and defends it, I target my mangonels onto his massed units between his buildings. Boom. And that's game. So I hope you picked up something from the use of Shinobi. Once again, I think Shinobi are really, really good if you're trying to shut down a fast castle. I think Shinobi can be really good, potentially even against a 2TC, just for the quick ram drop. And they're just very, very strong melee units, but really susceptible to range. So if you're going to go Shinobi and it drags on, I suggest you immediately add Horseman for a really strong Shinobi Horseman combo. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the chat. Follow me on Twitch and check out my other YouTube videos, or join my coaching Discord where I do coaching or just answer questions if needed. All that information is in the description below the video. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck on your games.